Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Joyful Yarnivores. My name is Cynthia with Cynthia's Joyful Creations, and my wonderful host is Trish from the Purple Yarnivore. Hey, Trish.
Hello.
Hi, Wanda. Wanda is here with us, and she says, "Evening, everyone. Ladies, I have a three-part question for the both of you. I know purple is your favorite color. But what is your favorite color to work with? What weight and what fibers are your favorite?" Oh, wow. Hi, Jen. Jen is also here with us.
Okay, so do you want to answer first, Cynthia, or do you want me to?
You can go ahead.
Okay.
Hey,
So,
Megan. Hey, Margie. Oh, Trish, before you start, real quick.
okay.
Margie, as I was coming on here, I had a notification pop up from my Facebook with my, my Joyful Creations channel saying you went live. So I'm sorry that I missed that, but I will definitely have to go check that out. So I am so sorry. I hope it was a great time. All right, Trish. Hey, Nancy. Hey,
Okay.
Pam.
So purple, yes, it is my favorite color, purple, with teal being the close second. My favorite color to work with, I love the rainbow. I can work with just about any bright, wonderful color. I'm not so much for neutrals, but I will work with neutrals if I can throw in something with really rich color. Um, my favorite weight to work with, that kind of depends on the season, but on average, I number 4 weight would be, or worsted weight would on average would be what I work with the most. And what fibers are my favorite? Oh my goodness. I like all fibers. I like the softness of alpaca and stuff, but I don't really prefer it because it sheds so much. Um, so don't like to make garments with alpaca yarn because it just like hats and cowls and scarves because it just sheds on my face and it's very tickly. But I will use alpaca. It just that's probably not one of my favorites. But aside from all that, pretty much I like any fiber. Oh, also, and I won't do like a really scratchy wool. I don't like fiber. I don't like to work with wool that I have to wear something underneath of. Does that make sense? So like if it's wool, like I like superwash wool and stuff like that. If it's wool that I can wear directly against my skin, I'm all good with it. But I don't care a lot for working with alpaca, even though I will. But I don't care to work with wool that I cannot wear against my skin. But aside from that, I am like pretty wide open. I love colors in general, and I love 4 weights, and I love most fibers. So I have no allergies. What about you, Cynthia?
Um, I tend to lean towards bright colors as well. Obviously, yes, I like purple. I like blues. I like variegated colors. I like it where there's a mixture. As far as fibers go, honestly, I'm not really picky. I like trying new things. So yeah. If I were to go to the store, probably the things that I go and look at first off, I love like the Caron cotton cakes. I love the Mandela ombre cakes from Lion Brand. The is it Sugar Will or Fair? No, the candy rolls, or were those AC Moore? I can't remember. But I'm not picky. I just like really bright colors. So, but that was a good question, Wanda. I mean, I will work with, you know, if it comes to making something for me to wear, I do tend to kind of float across the spectrum. I like the fall autumn colors, but I also like jewel tone colors, you know? So, so I guess I just need to say I like it all, but I do enjoy working with pastels to make baby type items and stuff, but yeah. It's kind of a tough question because I only say it's tough because I like it all. I will say I've never really worked with wool, and I don't know that that would be a favorite of mine. So I would say anything but wool, and I just love colors. So, all right, want to say hello to a couple people. Christina came in, welcome in. Also want to mention, I know I've got Nightbot running. If you say hey to someone, hi to someone, hello to someone, Nightbot's going to come in and say, hello, Joy Friends. So if you don't want that kind of repeating every time you say hello to someone, put their name first and then say hello. So for example, if you were going to say hi to Trish, say Trish, hello, Trish, hi, Trish, hey, and then Nightbot won't drop that. So, but if you don't mind it dropping it, then you can just say hello, Trish.
Say so tell us, say my name.
What is in your cup? Tonight, I am drinking out of my Pray More, try not to spill it, Pray More, Worry Less cup. The lady that I was making the blanket for that was celebrating her 81st birthday, Miss Beverly, she actually bought this cup for me.
Aww.
And I am drinking hot tea, and it is my favorite above favorites, but it's the apple cinnamon. So that's what's in my cup. What's in your cup, Trish?
More like what's in my bottle.
Mm-hmm. Ah,
just some drinking water tonight.
Very healthy, very healthy. Oh, thank you, Nancy. She said she liked my hair. I was looking back at what Jen was saying to Wanda. We had a lot of birthday videos that have gone out this week. So I hope that you've been able to go over and catch them. They will all be listed in my description box tomorrow night for the conversation, which I am very, very happy to return to. I missed you guys last Friday. But I had an amazing time with Pork in the Park. Really enjoyed all of that. I know that today is Daniel from the Paw Fly Guys birthday, and they've got a special thing going on tonight. So we're going to try to wrap this up on time so you guys can scoot over there if you want.
I want to scoot over there.
But go ahead and tell us what's in your cup, what is on your hook. And Nancy says she does not like fuzzy yarn. Hello, sweet Tiffany. Welcome in. Hello, sweet Sunita. Sunita says, Trish, I saw your video. Thank you for all the kind words.
You're welcome.
You want to say a little bit about that?
Oh, so the Yarny Fiber Sisters was having an appreciation live, and they were doing a bunch of giveaways. And I won. Sunita actually contributed to the giveaways with 5 hanks of poplar yarn. And to my shock, I won it. So I got 5 skeins of Purple Yarn from Sunita that I won in the live. So that was just the coolest ever.
Those were some really pretty hanks.
And thank you so much, Sunita. I love them so much.
Hello, Deneen. Welcome in, my sweet friend. Thank you, Wanda. She said Sugar Will is Hobby Lobby. Yes, yeah, that is one of my favorites.
It's a cotton yarn.
Wanda says, what weight of yarn? I think my favorites that I kind of lean towards are a 3 or a 4 weight.
Yeah, same here.
Margie says that she is drinking Coke with dinner and then probably will switch to coffee later. Oh, sorry to hear this, Wanda. She says it's been a rough day. Woke up from a good, bad dream this morning and haven't been able to shake it. Been hard holding back tears all day. So sorry to hear that, Wanda.
I have those dreams too, that, you know, the feeling and the it just kind of stays with you all day. I actually woke up from a nightmare last night. It was the most craziest, strangest dream I ever had. But I woke up just with the biggest sadness on my chest. So even now, like, I haven't thought about the dream all day, but thinking about it, just like, I get you, Wanda.
Pam says that it's not a big bash. Daniel decided to pop on and chat for a while. And Wanda went on to say that her dream was about her mom and she's been gone for almost 10 years. So sorry about that, Wanda.
My dream was about my mom last night too. Oh, my mom hasn't been gone 10 years, but it was a really bizarre dream about my mom.
Wow.
Oh, that's crazy. Were you there, Wanda? I swear. Yeah, it was just really, really weird.
Hello, sweet Angela. Welcome in. Christina says she is just drinking water and she is getting ready to go to her granddaughter's 17th birthday party. Oh my gosh, that's so much fun. How exciting. Happy birthday to her. Tiffany says that she just finished a cup of water and a cup of tea. Sounds amazing right now. She says, I think I'll pop into the kitchen and make a cup. Oh my gosh. Y'all know me. I love hot tea. Wanda says those were gorgeous hanks that you got from Sunita. Hello, Timmy. Welcome in, my sweet friend. Margie says that she is going to start making stitch markers and V is going to help her get started. That is exciting. Oh my gosh, Margie, that's awesome. Hello, sweet Maribel. She says, hi, ladies. So odd that she had a dream last night about her mom too.
Who did?
My goodness. Maribel.
Oh, wow.
The moms are just getting together up there and just trying to make everyone know that they are watching over y'all. That's what it is.
Oh my gosh. I'm like right now, since Wanda reminded me of the dream that I had, I'm just feeling like the dream I had was just so unreal, but I don't know how to describe it. Like, I'm just feeling like this lump of sadness in my stomach right now, thinking about it. I'll try not to cry though. I'll be all right. This is supposed to be a happy live, but yeah.
So let me try to give y'all some good news. I believe that it was here 2 weeks ago and not on my Friday night live. It might have been. But anyway, my friend Sonia that I've known since 5th grade, her brother Greg, had come up missing, and she had to drive from West Virginia to Tennessee to put him on the National Missings Registry. And she searched all weekend. And after 3-4 days, she had to go home because she has clients that she has to take care of. And anyway, at 5 o'clock this morning, she got a call from him, and he is in Georgia, or was in Georgia. She drove 9 hours from West Virginia to Georgia, and she physically has her hands on him, and they're headed back to Tennessee. So that is a huge, huge, tremendous praise. Thank you, Lord, for that great, great news. So he is in some need of some medical attention and whatnot. But so while I'm asking for prayer, I'm also sending that in as a praise. So some little happy thoughts there. No, Wanda. You did not bring anyone down. That's not what Trish meant.
No. You are fine, Wanda. I miss my mom. That's all.
This is the place where you can be safe to share things like that and know that we're going to pray about them. But also, by you mentioning that gave Trish and Maribel an opportunity and a platform to express what happened to them as well. And I'm sorry, but I don't think that 3 people having dreams about their moms was just like an off the wall fluky kind of thing. I think that there was something there, and the 3 of you are able to share that. And there may be others here that something like that very similar happened to them, and they're just not vocalizing it. So no. Anything that we go through can always help someone else, even if it's inadvertently and we don't know it. So love you so much, and would be more upset if you didn't share. Thank you, everyone. Yes, so glad that he has been found. He's extremely dehydrated and in need of a lot of things, but yes. Hello, Amanda. Welcome in, my sweet friend. So glad to have you here. Angela says there is water in her cup and a Stearns poncho on her hook, right? That's me too, Angela. That's me too. Trying to get it done, Trish. We're trying.
We are.
So, all right. I'm going to highlight real quick while everyone is continuing to tell us what is in their cup and on their hook. Again, I shared I'm drinking hot apple cinnamon tea. And as I just shared a minute ago, I have my Stearns poncho that is a make along from Trish's channel on my hook. And I'm getting very close to being finished with the back.
Go solo, Cynthia.
Okay. So this is it here. This is the back that you're seeing. Let me hold it right. All right. So that's the back. So here's where it stopped, and here's where I got to go. So I'm very, very close. And then, of course, I'll have to put the edging around it and the neckline. And Trish, Angela, I don't know. I'd like to know your opinion too. We kind of talked about this with the last, Selena Baca wearable that we made. About going down a size because it was so big. I went down another size with this one, and I hate to say this, but this one's going to be really big too. I mean, I like my things baggy, but I think it's really important, I guess, when you do a wearable that you do a gauge because, yeah, but that's okay.
I've got my poncho almost done too. Can I show it?
Yep, absolutely. It's your turn.
Okay. So I am using the mandala yarn in the color Pegasus. And this is the back. This is what the colorway looks like. It's so pretty. And so I have from here, okay, from here down to here to finish. So about, I don't know, that much left to do on the back of my poncho. So it stops right here at this. Let me see if I can fold it so you can see better. So it stops right here, and I just have down to here to go, and then the border. So yeah, that's what it's looking like.
So real quick, so the pattern called to use a 4mm hook. I ended up going up to a 4.5, and Trish, if I'm correct, you went up to a 5mm.
Yep, I went to an H hook, and then I did the size small, and it's actually perfect.
And so I'm going to show you. For mine, I am using the Caron Cotton Ripple Cake. And of course, you saw it making up, but that's the colorway there. And this is called Mauve Glow. So mine is all done in this variegated color, including the border. And I don't have my book handy to show you again what that looks like, but I will have it tomorrow night on my Cut to Hook conversation. But yeah. And it's all done in extended single crochet, the entire project. So that's why it's taken us so long. And that's why Trish has been so gracious to give us 2 months to work on it. And I'm so grateful for that.
Me too. I never would have gotten it done. Never.
No.
But I saw those extended single crochets, and I'm like, yeah, this may take a bit.
Timmy, thank you so much for saying that to Wanda, because I do believe that too. She says, Wanda, darling, it's just your mom's way of saying hi and checking on you, sweetheart. Everyone is saying hello. Pam says that she has Dr. Pepper in her cup, and she's tossing yarn into a Joanne online cart. Woo! Hello, forever relying on God Crochet. So glad that you're here with us. Welcome in. Thank you for coming and joining us tonight. And Deneen says that her dad has been with her all week. He's been gone 13 years, but he keeps sending her signs. Oh, see, that is so sweet. Hello, sweet Robin. I know I sent you an email the other day, and I have not been back on my emails. It's been a crazy busy week yesterday. But how are you doing? And, were you able to have your surgery? How did all of that go?
Yes, I'm curious to know too. I was going to email you tonight, but since you're here.
So, and you've probably responded to that email. And again, I apologize. I know I sent that, I think, Tuesday evening, because we were together Tuesday morning. Yesterday, I went to work. I worked an hour and a half over, went and picked up Megan. She and I went and got some lunch, came back, watched our 2 Call the Midwife episodes for tomorrow night. And then she and I scoot booted out and went to Crochet Club, and was able to help Miss Tasha with a couple things. Her and her son are starting a channel on YouTube, so was able to help a little bit with that and with Instagram. And we did not leave until almost 10 o'clock. So by the time I got Megan home and I got home, it was like 11:15. Mr. Joyful and I ate, and then both of us went to bed so that we could get to work today. So I apologize. I am behind on my comments. I will be answering those. I do apologize. That is not normally a common thing. And then I have not checked my email in the last 48 hours. So I do apologize for that. Timmy says, Wanda, remember your mom happy times and how much y'all loved each other. Absolutely. Everyone's saying hello to Robin. And Thank you, Timmy, for dropping the word drop. We're going to go see if that actually worked. I hope it did. I do have a command in here for lurk. If you're here and you're just lurking, you can put lurk. If you're lurking and working, you can put working and lurking. I do have those in here as well. Thank you, Pam. She's commenting on our ponchos, Trish.
Oh.
Margie says that she had a similar experience about 11 and a half years ago with her grandma, and she has been gone for 38 years now. Wow. Wanda says, I've been watching Adventures with a Purpose. They travel across the USA in search of missing loved ones with vehicles for families free of charge. They have found so many underwater. Oh, wow. But God bless them. What an experience that would be. And then being able to help bring closure to families. That would be awesome. That would be amazing. And that sounds like a perfect thing to lead us into our question for tonight. But right before we do, I'm going to check out what Miss Robin has shared with us. She says she's doing great. Her vision is clear and hardly any pain. So that means you did have the surgery. She says we'll need to have another one in the future. That is not good news.
No.
Happy that right now in this current moment that you are doing well. Oh, Robin, thank you for sharing with us. All right. Continue to share what's in your cup and what's on your hook. Trish and I would love to hear your comments. But our question for tonight, and I'm going to find it and pop it across the screen. And before I actually do that, if you will take note, you know, I always try on my lives to put a positive comment going across the bottom. And tonight is no different. And it says, the goal in life is not more money. The goal is living on your terms. So follow your dreams and be who you want to be.
Amen.
My little positive thought for tonight. And let's see, our question for tonight, if I can find it here. Well, if I can't find it, I'm just going to have to tell y'all. But I was going to put it. Oh, here we go. Here we go. All right. If you could start a charity, what would it be for? That's our question for tonight. If you could start a charity, what would it be for?
So
hello,
I know.
Here, welcome in.
I know exactly what my charity would be. I had to think really hard, but I would start a charity. I'd probably call it something like Fiber for Domestic Violence and Mental Illness, because so many people crochet for the therapeutic value of it. And people who have been in domestic violence or even some mental illnesses actually can cause people to disassociate. And people who have moments of disassociation need to find ways to ground themselves. And being able to smell the yarn or fabric or whatever, being able to focus on stitches, on colors, on the feel, they're all things that can help ground you when you are a survivor of domestic violence or you have a mental illness. So that's what I would do. I think my charity would provide the necessary tools to have some sort of fiber arts, project to do, as well as volunteer instructors on how to do different fiber arts, such as knitting, crocheting, sewing, cross stitch, what have you. So they would teach them how to crochet or knit, and they'd be able to, for people who couldn't afford it, they'd be able to provide yarn and hooks or needles, or maybe be able to have like sewing machines donated so that, we can give out sewing machines. Like, it's all in my head, y'all, but that's what I would do. That's the charity I would have. What about you, Cynthia?
Well, first I want to say hello to a couple of our friends that have popped in. We've got sweet Veronica here with us, and sweet Jeannie, and I think Jen is talking to Sunita. Everyone is welcoming them in. So for me, my charity would be more done as a camp. And I think I would call it Blooming Through Broken Pots would be the name of the camp. And
that sounds cool.
And of course, there would be crafts, and there would be obviously yarn related projects, whether it's teaching them how to knit or macrame or crochet or whatever. But there would be horses, and there would be a chance to go swimming, and there would be, story time, and then there would be, like campfires and whatnot. But what it would be is about building self-esteem, that it's okay to be different, it's okay to be unique, and that no matter where you've come from in life, in other words, whatever you were born from, your background, what you've been through, that all of that is what makes you you, and turning those tragic, bad moments into something beautiful and strong that brings you forth, whether male or female, into a beautiful person. That beauty has to start from the inside and come out. It doesn't start from the outside and go in. So in other words, each person brings something, like each person is a puzzle piece that completes a puzzle, but the puzzle never ends, because you constantly are bringing people in. And then the fact that, I once read a book that God can make beautiful things from cracked clay pots. And so that would be the thing. One of the crafts would be taking a broken clay pot and making it, and then painting it and all that stuff. And, putting it through the kiln and whatnot, but then planting something beautiful in it. And what it could be, whatever. It doesn't have to be a plant. It could be, they could turn it into like a candy jar. I mean, it could be whatever. But yeah, that would be my charity.
That sounds wonderful.
That's what I would love to retire and actually do. But anyway.
So. I wonder how you start a charity.
Huh?
I said, I wonder how you start a charity. Hello, Jeannie. Hello, Bee. Lovelies.
Uh-oh. Bye, Christina. Thank you so much for stopping in and spending a few moments with us. Hope you have a great rest of your evening, and hopefully you'll come back and join us tomorrow. Oh, Jeannie, I'm so sorry to hear that. She said she is still having spasms in her back.
Oh.
My friend, I am so sorry. Hello, Julie. Welcome in. She says, hello. I am watching in the background. We are so glad you're here. And that is something that Trish and I do want to say thank you to, is because you could be anywhere else tonight, and you've chosen to be right here with little old her and little old me. And so we appreciate that. We just love hanging out with all of you and just kind of sharing what's going on in life and what's, been working on our hooks. And, we talked about what's on our hook. Does anybody have any finished objects they want to talk about? But our question for tonight is, if you could start a charity, what would it be for? Everyone is telling Julie hello. Angela says, Cynthia, not ignoring your request for input on Stern's Poncho and other make-alongs, having a bad moment right now. Going to have to go. Prayers, please. Absolutely, Angela.
Oh,
absolutely.
Take care, Angela.
I got you covered, Angela. And when I get off of here, Mr. Joyful and I will actually pray for you together. And then I will add you to my prayer journal and continue to pray for you. Same for you, Margie. Margie says that she is continuing to have issues with her back again. She has an appointment with the doctor. How's your gout doing, Margie? And Jeannie Love, of course, we got you and your back as well. Of course, we've been praying for you, Mr. Joyful and I, all week. Hello, M to the O to the B to the S. Welcome in, my sweet friend. Robin says, you start by applying for a nonprofit certification from the IRS. Thank you, Robin. I actually started to comment, and then I think Trish said something, and I got sidetracked. Yes. In fact, with the company I work for, we support a lot of nonprofit organizations.
I'll be darned.
Margie says she finished a shawlette by On the Hook Crochet. That's exciting, and her gout is improving. Thank you for sharing that. So Timmy has answered our question. She says her charity would be for MMIGW, which is close to her heart. Now, if you will, I am not familiar with what that is, I don't think. So would you share what that stands for?
Yeah, I don't know either.
Tiffany says she's designing a basic tank top at the moment. Whoop, whoop. She said designing, that word. Uh-oh, you okay?
My cat.
Oh. She says, I've never designed anything before, so I'm finding it a bit daunting, but it's somewhat coming along. Don't give up, though. That is so exciting. Give up. Oh, my gosh. Anything like when you start for the first time, it's a trial and error. You've just got to jump in and do it. But you'll figure it out, and you will find that you will love designing all kinds of things. Pam said she thinks that 501c is the form. Thank you for that. Timmy says, I would like to make a poncho. Hold that thought, Timmy. I'm going to turn the show over to Trish in just a minute and let her talk about something, and maybe that will come close to answering what you're talking about. Mayor says, it would be hard for me to choose. I'm involved with a few charities, and there needs to be balance because it's so easy to get consumed by a mission, so I rotate them. I agree with you on that, Mayor. Mr. Joyful and I have, we used to do 2, but now we're only down to 1 charity that we support. And of course, it's for neglected animals. Thank you, Timmy. She says, missing, murdered Indigenous girls and women. Oh, wow. Yes. That is a huge need. Huge need. Pam says she's not sure what her charity would be. Tiffany says, last week, I dyed my own yarn as an experiment, so I'm designing it to put it all into one project to show off the yarn. I'm using leftover acrylic for the designing process. That is exciting, Tiffany. Oh my gosh, I cannot wait to see everything in its completion. All right, Trish, go ahead and start talking about next month.
Ooh, I'm so excited. And I just can't hide it. Okay, check this out, y'all. I just perked up, didn't I? So we all know that my little make along thing is pretty much over, right? So just need people, anyone who's doing the Stearns poncho, if you want it featured in a video, email me pictures of it along with your whatever name you'd like me to attach to it, whether it's your YouTube name or your real name or if they're the same. So anyway, I need those by the 5th of May, by the way. But even though my make along is ending, it's me and Cynthia are doing a Joyful Yarnivores make along. Yes, raise the roof. I'm so excited. So basically, we are choosing the goal is to find small channels who do crochet tutorials. That's where we want to try to focus. And what we're going to do is we're going to pick 2 crochet tutorials from a channel that we're going to spotlight for the month. Okay. And then you can choose to do one of the tutorials. You can choose to do both of them, whatever. And it's going to, instead of using a book like our Selena Baca book, or having to buy a pattern or invest any extra money, we are choosing other YouTube channels. So for the month of May, I have chosen a channel that I want to spotlight. Now, I have already picked the 2 channels. So after I pick the 2 channels, me and Cynthia talked some more, okay? And we
Not
decided that
the 2 patterns.
we decided that
Trish,
as of June,
Trish, I want you to confuse them. It's 1 channel, 2 patterns. You keep saying 2 channels.
Do I? No, I mean, yeah. Okay, yes, I'm sorry. I'm excited. Now I can't talk. But we will spotlight 1 channel per month. We want to try and focus on smaller channels, but we might get some moderate sized channels, and every now and then maybe throw in a month for a bigger channel. But we're going to pick 2 tutorials from 1 channel that will be spotlighted for that month. And you could choose to do one of the tutorials. You could choose to do both of the tutorials. It doesn't matter. So May will be my month. So every other month, me and Cynthia are going to rotate. Okay. So starting in June, she's going to pick a tutorial from the channel that we spotlight, and then I'm going to pick a tutorial from the channel that we spotlight. So there'll be 2 tutorials from 1 channel per month. And that will be starting in June, because we talked about that after I chose the tutorials. But, and I already made an announcement video on my channel. I uploaded it today if you want to see it. But for the month of May, the first channel that we're going to spotlight is the Crafty Yarn Owl by Darla. So I have already emailed Darla and asked her permission, and she is very, very excited and more than happy for us to use any of the tutorials on her channel. I'm not going to tell you which ones they are, because I'm going to make a video that will announce what the 2 tutorials are. But
explain how you'll lead one and I'll lead one.
Huh?
Explain how you'll lead one and I'll lead one.
How sorry, I didn't hear you.
How you're going to be leading one and I'm leading one. You and I are not doing the same ones.
Right. So Cynthia is going to be doing one of the tutorials, and then I'm going to be doing the other. So it's going to be kind of like Team Cynthia, Team Trish, or Team A, Team B, whatever sounds good to you. And so, yeah, it's not really going to be a competition kind of thing. It's more of a motivational kind of thing, but it's just going to be super, super fun. But here's the thing too, is when it's my month, everybody will send pictures of their finished objects to me. When it's Cynthia's month, everybody will send their finished pictures to Cynthia, and we'll put them in videos to show them off. And if I'm missing any other information, Cynthia, please feel free to fill that in. But y'all, it's going to be so much fun.
So I think to sum it up, we're going to do a monthly crochet along, and 1 month Trish will pick a channel. The next month I'll pick a channel, and we'll continue rotating. We're going to pick 2 tutorials from that channel. She'll pick one and I'll pick one, and she'll lead that one. I'll lead that one. And then at the end of the month, we will send pictures to her, and she's going to make a video of all the finished objects. And then the following month, when I pick a channel, then you guys would send them to me. And so the idea is not only to highlight these channels and help, just show some love and support to them and their wonderful makes, but it's also, sorry, I just also may say something about the Stearns poncho and I got distracted. But it's also to do something small that you can do for fun throughout the month with us, but still be able to incorporate it in and around all the whips that you've already got going on. It won't be something so big that it'll be something stressful. So there'll be something just small enough that you can do maybe a little bit of every week and complete it at the end of the month. And so by doing that, you have an option to choose between which project might speak to you more versus the other. And so, yeah. And then Trish will be kind of like your team captain and cheerleader, and I'll be your team captain and cheerleader. And it'll just be something fun, something different.
She said it so much better than me.
No. All right. So I want to see what they're talking about with the Stearns poncho. So if there's a question, maybe we can answer. And also to see if they are any questions about the crochet along. Oh my gosh, Linda, I hope you're still here. You guys, I was going to do this tomorrow night. I probably still will, but this is for Linda. She joined my channel off camera, and so this is for her. Thank you so much, Linda. Okay. And it is late where she is in the UK. So she said she is headed to bed. So sweet dreams.
Good night, Linda.
So Tiffany says she's excited to find out which tutorials we have chosen. Hello, sweet Candy. Welcome in. Hello, Jeannie. Welcome in. Timmy says, forever relying on God. Also watch the sodium intake regarding the gout. Great advice. Timmy says, crafty yarn owl. Hello, Lisa. Welcome in, my sweet friend. Robin says, oh, I adore her. Darla is so sweet.
Yes, she is.
So Lisa says, sorry, I was late. What are you making? So a real quick synopsis or whatever, again, recap. Starting next month, Trish and I are going to do a crochet make-along, and we're going to alternate. Trish is going to start for the month of May, then I'll take June, she'll do July, I'll do August, and so forth. And so we're going to pick a channel to kind of sponsor and highlight. And she's going to pick a pattern from the channel. I'm going to pick a pattern from the channel, and we're going to give you 2 options. So I just lost my whole train of thought. So you can choose which one speaks to you more, that would be fun for you to do. And if you've got a lot of time on your hands and not a lot of whips on your hook, you can do both projects if you want. And then at the end of the month, whoever month it was, Trish or my own, you will send all your finished objects to her or to myself, and we're going to create an end of the month video. And then the next month we'll pick another channel. And again, Trish will pick a project, I'll pick a project, and we'll have the 2 projects going. And you can, like she said, either do team A or team B or team Cynthia, team Trish, whatever. But it's not about like a competition thing. It's more about being motivated to pick a project and work on it together. So real excited.
Robin, I did upload an announcement video today that also talks all about the make-alongs. So
Lisa, that might help too to answer what you were asking. Tiffany says Darla's great. Anyone else doing her mystery cow that she's doing right now? Ooh, no. How exciting that is. All right, Timmy said stern punches, I believe, and I missed what that question was. I thought I went back far enough. So if you have a question for Trish about the Stearns poncho, please mention it again.
Yeah, I didn't see anything. So
thank you, everyone that hugged Linda out. Robin says, when, excuse me, when will you announce the project? I missed it.
Oh, so the actual, probably on the 1st, I will announce which 2 tutorials I will, that will be chosen from Darla's channel. But I think you're gonna love them, and they're quick and easy to do.
Oh, Timmy says, Cynthia, what exactly is the name of that poncho y'all are making? It is the Stearns poncho by Selena Baca. And if anyone's interested, because I don't have the book here right now, and I don't want to bother Mr. Joyful tonight. He's really exhausted tonight. But the very first book that I did a shout out on, there you go. Well, she's got it. If you want to open it up and show them the Stearns poncho. Hello, Christy. Welcome in, my sweet friend. Candy says, Cynthia, I won't make game night tomorrow, training a new girl. Oh, wow. That's exciting, Candy. We will miss you, though. There's the Stearns poncho right there. So that's what we are currently making.
Yeah.
Oh, Timmy. She says, Cynthia, I have nada on my hook because I was in hospital and I am drinking water. I hope you are doing much better. Prayers to you, Timmy. Robin says she's not seen that yet. She's just seen the one where you won the pawpaw yarn from Sanita.
Yeah, I uploaded 2 videos today.
Lisa, I completely understand. As y'all know, I had to take off last Friday for work for the Pork in the Park, which was so much fun. But she says, Cynthia, I may not see you for your live or game night. That is the glory of the replay.
Yes.
Mare says that she is working on a virus shawl with Lion Brand Wool Ease in the color Forever Young. For all those who are 39, Mare. Pretty corals, pinks, and rose shades. Wow, that sounds beautiful.
Nice.
Timmy says, I am a work in progress. Bless your heart.
We all are, Timmy, and we all will forever be a work in progress.
Yes, yes. Well, just to highlight our question of the night again, for anyone that might want to, share theirs, if you could start a charity, what would it be for? So that was our question tonight. Well, anything else going on your channel, Trish, that you want to share?
No, I think that's about it. I'm just trying to get some whips completed. So I'm doing the Stearns poncho, of course. And the cool thing about doing these make-alongs is it forces you to stay committed and accountable for finishing a project, because I am not always the best with that. And I get excited about something else, and then I develop this huge whip pile, and I have so much to finish. So doing a make along, actually, when you got subscribers and everything counting on you, it forces you to stay accountable and persistent in completing a project, even if it's just once a month.
Right.
Because you can't let your subscribers down and be like, I know y'all finished it, but I didn't. Like, how can you be like that? You can't. So but yeah, I'm hoping next week I could get the tutorial done for the little houses cardigan that I did.
Yes, yes.
I know people have been asking about that. So I'm just trying to get some whips taken care of before I do that. Because, I'll have to start it and make my panels for it before I could do the tutorials. So that will be coming up. And I've got some yarn hauls that I hope will make it here soon. So yeah, pretty much that's what I got to look forward to right now, besides our monthly make along and our Thursday night lives. And yeah. Some more silliness, because I'm silly. So
I want to share something. I won't share the card because it was really sweet and really personal. But I walked into work on Wednesday and I had this beautiful card sitting on my desk, and somebody's calling my phone. But since I can't say where I work, because this is a social media platform, I'll just show you where I work. That's where I work. But I had this cute little card from my boss, and apparently it was Office Professional Awareness Day or Appreciation Day. And so this is what I got. And I don't know if you can see what it says, but it says gingerbread dark chocolate. And so I have this on my desk with the card, and it says warm, cozy, and rich with a hint of spice. We handcraft this seasonal gingerbread dark chocolate bar by infusing our single origin dark chocolate with a unique blend of 5 savory spices, and unrefined cane sugar. It's wintertime in a chocolate bar. So I am really excited. And I would love for you to believe that there are no calories.
Shut up.
No,
Really?
there
There's
are.
no
No, there
huh?
are. There are.
Oh.
I was being silly.
Oh, okay. I'm like, how does that happen?
So I want to go
I'm
back
so naive.
to Christy. For her charity, she would do one on polio and polio awareness. Lisa says that her charity would be for people that are less fortunate than her, or women or children. Pam says one of the craft events she does is a charity event, and there are lots of nonprofits that join in and raise money for their individual charities or nonprofits. Margie said, I think I would probably combine a couple things together. I would do something for senior citizens and for animals. Yes. Lisa says there's so many charities out there that need so much help. Absolutely. Timmy says, oh my gosh, I did find another crocheter. And Tiffany says, I would love to make a charity that would help special needs children that have a hard time connecting with other kids their own age, abilities, developmental age, one that any family can join. Love that. We had a lot of special events when my parents were foster parents when I was growing up. And most time we had infants, but then as I got older into late middle school and early high school, they started taking special needs children, and loved a lot of the events and stuff that they put on for them, just so that they could mingle with other kids that didn't necessarily have special needs. And it is great to be able to integrate them and show them that, you know, differences are beautiful.
Absolutely.
So Timmy says, regardless of financial ability. Yes. Wow. Oh, wow. Timmy says he's an Olympic gold medalist. That is awesome. So the reason I came up with that question is, as you know, through Lion Brand, they have the Hat Not Hate program. And this is a good time to start really getting involved with that. I know several of you that are in here are really involved with it. My first year on YouTube, I was really, really involved. Of course, last year, you know, I was just coming out of my spine surgery. And this year, I know that I will not be sending near as many as I did my first year, but I do plan on sending some, because every little bit helps. And then, of course, you know, Rose from Rose Likes Crochet is on here, and she does a lot for a project, you know, for a charity called Wings. And so there's a lot of different things that you can get involved in. I know that several of you have made comments before that you make a lot of things, but you don't necessarily have a way or a means to pass them along. And so getting involved with a charity is a really good way. And even if something that you're making is not necessarily providing a specific need or benefit, you can always take that item and raffle it off and donate money to the charity to help out. So there's all kinds of ways that you can get involved. And it's always great to be a part of a charity. And that's one thing I do love about, you know, that company that I just showed you a minute ago that I work for, is we do a lot of community involvement and get involved with a lot of nonprofit organizations. And as a financial company, we are the only not-for-profit company on the Fortune 500. So that's exciting. Pam says, my local-ish Joann's has a new display bringing awareness to Hat Not Hate. That is amazing. That is awesome.
Yeah, you know, I watched Sanita's live, and she was talking about how she found a Hat Not Hate display at her local Joann's. And I haven't been inside mine for a while because, you know, I'm afraid that I might walk out with something. So I haven't gone, but I'm like so curious now, you know. But yeah, it has really taken off over the past few years. And now that I got my Centro knitting machine, I can make all sorts of hats like so fast. So anyway, I was looking into getting a PO box just to see what it would cost, because I've had someone suggest you should get a PO box, and I'm like, I don't know. So I went to drop off all to mail out the winnings that I donated for Cynthia's monetization party. I got those out in the mail. Margie, you should get yours soon. I
Mine
think
are
I
all
sent
out in the mail as well.
huh?
I was saying mine are all out in the mail as well, so they should all be coming in soon.
I sent mine out on Monday, but so I thought I'd check on the price of a post office box, and um oh my goodness. For a 4x6, 4x6 post PO box, it's $83 for every 6 months.
Which I told her was crazy because I have the same size box, and last year was my first year with it, and I paid $64 for the entire year. And then last week I renewed it for another year, and it did go up as everything has gone up, but it was still $70 for the entire year. So that's crazy. So I guess it's really different depending on like where you live.
It is like my friend Christine in New York, for 6 months, hers is like $101 or something like that for 6 months. Oh my goodness. So I'm just like, well, I was gonna get a PO box, but like I don't have $83 for it, you know. So that's gonna be it's gonna be a bit before I get one now. But yeah, the prices are so different. No, you know, just depending on what state you live in, they're just so different. I really wanted to get a PO box at least for 6 months just to try it out, but nope, not gonna happen now.
Timmy said Tom Daly, and while I was in the hospital, I met a lovely lady new to my city I live in, and showed her all about all the crochet and knit channels plus the live chats. That is so sweet, Timmy. I know that being in the hospital was not a great thing, but you were definitely being used to bless somebody else while you were there. Christy says her mother had polio as a toddler, had post polio as a senior adult. The stories she has from her are amazing. Oh, wow, Christy, that is awesome. Not that your mom had polio, but the stories and being able to bring that awareness.
Yeah.
Lisa says, with the items I make, I send to a charity in my town called Kogo. They know exactly who needs the crochet and knitted items. I have goosebumps, Lisa. That is awesome. Pam says, I would have walked out with way more, but we went to Michael's first. I hear you. Yes, Tiffany, that is awesome, Lisa. Sanita is putting in that plug for Hat Not Hate. She says, yes, more Blue Angels. And Timmy says, Christy, that's great. I know of a dying elder who had polio and uses her sticks to get around. Pam says, I recently got a PO box and it was inexpensive in my area anyway. $52 a year, or you can pay for 6 months, 26. That's how mine is too, Pam. You can pay 6 months or a year. She says, I got the smallest size and said any larger boxes would be fine. Yes, that's all. They just put a slip in my box and let me know that I've got a larger package.
Oh wow. 26. Okay, if it was in my area, if it was $26 for 6 months instead of $83 for 6 months, I would definitely jump on that, but wow.
Lisa says that hers are set up for a year pay as well. Timmy says, plus I learned something new while in the hospital. It's called long COVID. Well, that's not anything I would want you to learn. Oh my gosh, my friend. I truly, truly pray that you are doing much, much better, especially now that you're home. Lisa says, but I don't have a post box because I find the money can be used on something that I need. Yes, I actually asked Mr. Joyful if he thought we should keep it up. And the only reason we originally got one for ourselves is because, one, we tend to have thrifty, crafty hands that like to go into mailboxes in our neighborhood. And I don't know if it's just, I hate to imply it this way, but we have a college dormitory at the end of our street. The college is just 2 blocks over. And so, sometimes when they get involved in some of their extracurricular activities of drinking and whatnot, they tend to think they're doing funny things and yet they're not. And then the other reason is my home address has the word second in it, and it has to be spelled out. And if you put 2ND, then our mail automatically goes to somebody else. So if we just have a PO box, we don't have to worry about that. And we don't have to hunt down important mail that we're waiting on. So, Timmy says, Danae is pronounced, oh, sorry. I apologize. I had said that wrong. It is Danae, is what she's saying. Donine says COVID hit her family 2 weeks ago, and they were lucky and have pretty much recovered. Oh, Donine, that is so awesome to hear. Yeah, COVID is not a joke, my friends. I mean, as you all know, it took my husband and I close to 5.5, 6 weeks to get over it, and we felt we had a mild case. Timmy says it's all about my 6 hospital stays are related to possible long COVID. Bless your heart, Timmy. Pam says the main reason I got one was because someone asked for my address online and I was leery about giving my home address. That too. Very true. Very true.
That's why I want to get a PO box.
Christy says her mom walked on crutches until she was 67 and was in a wheelchair until she passed at 93. Wow, 93 with polio. That's amazing. That's a miracle. Oh, Christy, I'm just so glad you had that time with her. Yes, Timmy. She said, sorry, Christy, for your loss. Oh, my goodness. Well, we are already 15 minutes above the hour. So is there anything that anyone else would like to share from what is in your cup, what is on your hook, to if you could have your own charity, what would it be? Do share any comments you have about P.O. boxes or the crochet along that Trish and I will be starting next week. Any questions that you have, let us know. I do want to remind you again about the little positive, well, it's not little tonight, but the positive phrase going across the bottom, because, I always love to leave you with positive thoughts. And again, being and working in a financial office, this is where I thought of this. The goal in life isn't more money. It is living on your terms, following your dreams, and being who you want to be. So it's never too late. Never too late. Never say, I'm too old to start. Not buying it. If you're breathing, you're young enough.
That's funny that you say that, because I remember sending you a message about how I reached some crossroads in my life. And oh gosh, maybe, I'm too old to start college, and learning stuff, and
nope.
That's what it reminded me when I was talking to you about that. I don't know. I was just going on about how I wanted to do something different and that I'm not picky about what I do because I actually went to college for culinary arts, and long story short, I couldn't do it. So I never went back to college, and now I want more for my daughter. And right now, the only thing I really have skills at is like retail, restaurant. I've done collection calling, which I don't want to go back to. Um, I don't know, just different stuff. I've kind of done a little bit of everything, kind of like a jack of all trades, master of none, but I want to like master something. So, um, I was thinking about going to college, but I don't want to go back, um, for more than, maybe a year. But at the same time, make some decent money because I'm actually trying to find alternative methods to making money because the inflation in the economy is just really bad. And so many of my bills have gone up a lot or even doubled. And I can't really, I either have to find a totally different job that pays more, or I have to find some unique alternative methods to earning money because since my daughter's dyslexic and I have to do specialized teaching with her and I have to do it so many nights a week, I can't just go get a second traditional job, you see. So I thought, oh gosh, maybe I can go back to college and, maybe get a certificate in something that will pay me more. And of course, I'm whining all this to Cynthia. And then I'm like, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I'm just too old to go back to college. I'm just tired,
Age is but a number. If you're breathing, you're young enough. Deneen says she is doing her taxes and she says, ugh. And I say, ugh, with you, Deneen. Ugh, get them done. Get them done. Bless your heart. Pam
Taxes
says,
are just such a headache sometimes.
Cynthia, do you cross stitch? Completely off topic. I do cross stitch, but it has been a little bit since I did a cross stitch. In fact, my mom and I were just talking recently because I did, oh gosh, I wish I could remember. Oh, Pam, I wish I could remember the name of the artist because she does a lot of cross stitch patterns, and she's really well known for her angels. But I did this really huge cross stitch pattern of an angel for my mom, and it was in the most gorgeous teal colors. And oh wow! Next time I'm at my mom's, I'll have to take a picture and share on my channel.
Yes.
And do you know what I also used to do? I was really known for this when I was a lot younger and my kids were younger. I would do this for all my friends for baby showers, their kids' birthdays, but I would cross stitch something and then I would actually hot glue it to fabric. And I would take that fabric and actually hot glue it around a piece of cardboard. And then I would cover a photo album with fabric. And then I would mount that cross stitch fabric cardboard piece as a centerpiece on top of the photo album. And it truly makes my heart smile when I still go to certain friends' houses and I see that on their coffee tables or, on their family photo album shelves or whatever. Or they send me a little message and say, oh my gosh, we had so-and-so over this weekend, and I pulled out the book and everybody was so excited over the book that they kind of forgot about the pictures. And it really makes my heart smile. So I do cross stitch. It's just been a while.
It's been a really long time for me.
So I've even done cross stitching where like I would buy some sweaters and they were just really plain to me. And I would actually cross stitch right into the actual sweaters and stuff.
Oh, wow.
I imagine I could even do something like that with crochet as well and have it like as a centerpiece on the, like across the chest line and then crochet all around it. So
that's like freehand.
Yeah.
I always did the counting cross stitch. I didn't care too much for the cross stitch where there was a pre-printed pattern on it because my stitches didn't always come out the same size. So I always did the counted cross stitch, and then like you use the Ada fabric, and all my stitches were like the perfect size, and it just, I don't know, I was just weird. When I was in my 20s, I was big time into cross stitching. I had cross stitching books. I had several rolls of the Ada thread with different count and different colors and all kinds of cross stitch book patterns. Oh my gosh. I was so into it. But it's been probably 20 years since I've done any cross stitching.
Wow. I am seeing a lot of you write the word drop and your links are dropping. So yes, thank you for doing that. If you've not written the word drop, please go ahead and write drop so it can drop your link. Speaking of channels, I know Miss Sweet Margie has been sharing with us about her wonderful date of August the 27th. And that is her retirement date. Woo, woo. And you guys, she is trying to get to 500 family members by then. So if you're not a part of Miss Margie's channel, please go over and throw some yarn or some sweet baby love. She's got some of the reborn babies that are just beautiful. And just show her some love and help her move into her retirement with some encouragement and motivation to continue growing her channel. Timmy has shared that, and we're going to go ahead and start working our way out of here so you guys can go over, but that Melissa and Daniel are doing a collaboration on Granny Stitch Squares.
Yes.
Timmy says, Trish, did you know when you're an older person, it's cheaper sometimes? I'm not sure what that was from.
What, to go to college?
Oh, she's right. She is right. Good job, Trish. Yes, you do get benefits.
Well, I'm going to be 47 this year. So isn't that usually reserved for like seniors or people over 55?
No. They have all kinds of grants and stuff out there. Forever relying on God crochet says, good night, everyone. I am tired, so going to bed. Mwah. Thank you so much for being here. I thank everyone that is here for being with us tonight. I hope that you learned something new. You got something good and uplifting out of this. I pray that you definitely came in with the intentions of being encouraged and you're leaving with more joy than what you came in with. Deneen shared, I didn't go to college, no money when I was that age. My son is in university. He just finished first year, 90% average. That is awesome for being a freshman. He is there on scholarship, and her son bought his own detailing business at the age of 19. That is awesome. Yes, I would not trade the 4 years that I went to college. Those were some of the most amazing friendships that I have gained in life until now. And oh my gosh, but the experiences, and that's also what led me into going more and getting more involved and going onto the mission field. So, oh my gosh. Yes, Pam, never too old. Deneen says, my oldest son had a learning disability and he bought his own business. That is amazing. That's what I would love to see a little bit more on some of our YouTube channels, are families that deal with things like that. I would love to hear your stories. True life stories. I love that. I love that. Maybe that might be something in the future I'll think about for my story time. Instead of trying to find another angel book, is try and put out there families that are going through situations like this and tell their story. That would be really exciting.
Oh, and if anybody knows how to start a web page or website, please email me, because I'm looking at selling yarn, and like getting it wholesale and then selling it, because I feel like that's something I could do, but I know nothing about starting a website. So like email me if you have a clue about any of that.
Thank you, Lisa. I'm working on the Stearns poncho from Trish's Crochet Along for the month of April and May from Selena Baca. Deneen says, you teaching your daughter, Trish, is more than anything you can learn in school. You are a hero.
Oh, thank you.
Pam says, that's cool. I was editing a video on cross stitch and thought of you. I'll email you a picture to show you why. Oh my gosh, yes, I would love that, Pam. Thank you so much. Oh, that is it, Mayor. Thank you so much. Marabella Angels. Pam says, I saw some of the pre-printed ones last weekend, and I'm like you, Trish. I prefer counted. Thank you, Pam. She says she has subbed to everyone that dropped their links, and she hit 500 last Saturday. Woo! That is so awesome. Oh my goodness.
You guys, I feel like I'm close to 1,000. I'm at like 810 or 811. So I'm inching up there.
Timmy, we are definitely praying for you. If everyone will remember Timmy, she is riddled with all kinds of doctor's appointments tomorrow, and she is hoping for some good news. Yes,
God
thank
willing.
you, everyone. Timmy, no, not Timmy. Who said that? Tiffany. Tiffany said, Trish, that Amber Allen has a website, so maybe you can ask her.
Yeah. I know she does. I know she was having some issues with it, but.
Hello, sweet Darla. Welcome in. I do hate to tell you that we're about to leave, but so glad that you're here. Look forward to seeing you tomorrow night. Well, once again, you guys, thank you so much for another wonderful and amazing evening. Trish and I always look forward to your company and enjoying time with you, and wish you a great week. Trish, if you want to go ahead and send off your goodbyes.
Okay, so you guys,
and real quick, Pam says she has a website, Trish, and she'll email you and try and help if she can.
That would be wonderful. My email is in every description box of my videos. So I would love to get some information, because I think that's like really something I can do, and still be able to homeschool my daughters. So I would absolutely love that. But anyway, you guys, I just want to say that I appreciate you guys spending your time with us and watching Cynthia's videos and watching my videos. You know, moments in this life are so precious. And when you take those few moments of your life to invest in time with me and my channel, it is really something that makes me feel honored and lucky. So I just want you guys to know that I appreciate you so much. And I just want to leave these words by saying, that the world is hard enough. So appreciate the differences and the uniqueness of everybody that comes across your path, and show mercy and compassion the same way that you would want it, and do random acts of kindness, because you never know how the smallest thing can really change somebody's day, moment. And just love each other for the sake of humanity, okay? And for the sake of humankind. Be the best person you can be. On to you, Cynthia.
All right. So I want to end out saying that I got a little bit of happy mail today, and it wasn't from anything yarn related. It was actually from the company I work for, but it wasn't just because it's Office Professional Appreciation Day or week, but they sent it to every employee with the company, and we each got a nice little leather bound notebook. So it looks like this on the inside with, lined paper, has our little company name on the outside and the little band to close it. And then it's not a cross pin, but it's very close to a cross pin, and it has our company name on it.
That is so cool.
And it is cool. So I walked into work today and I said to our boss, I said, you're going to have some happy mail when you get home. And he's like, no, my wife already brought it. So we were excited to do this, and it came in a box and it had all kinds of gold and white confetti on it. So you had to dig through the confetti to get it. But, and the pen came in this really cool box, but I already pulled mine out and took it to work and used it. So, but you guys, I do want to say thank you so much for being here with Trish and I. It is not something that we take lightly, because we understand with all the amazing, wonderful channels that are on the YouTube streets that you guys could be anywhere else. You could be doing anything like watching a TV program or, going for a walk or anything else, but you chose to be here with us. And that is not something that I definitely take lightly. And so thank you so much for that. Love you. Can't wait to see you tomorrow night. Hope you'll stop by. And in the meantime, and always, be joyful, stay crafty in your own way, make your own joyful creations, and we will see you again next week. Bye.